Welcome to the next lecture on the complex integration. In previous lecture we have started with the topic line integral. Now in the today's lecture we are going to see one more example. Evaluate integral over c z bar plus 2z dz along circle x square plus y square is equal to 1. Now this is a question asked in the university examination. Okay, so let's come to this. There is a circle given to us, x square plus y square is equal to 1, which is nothing but a circle, center at a origin and radius is 1 unit. It's the equation of a standard circle, that is center at origin. And we are going to take an integral along this curve. Is it? Now, there is a hint for solving this type of examples. If the curve C is a sum part of a circle or the entire circle itself, then what we do is we will convert the given problem into polar coordinates. So we'll make a substitution, put z is equal to r e raised to I theta. Here the radius of the circle is 1. So hence z becomes e raised to I theta. And z bar becomes e raised to minus I theta. If z is this, then what is dz? dz will be I, then derivative of e raised to I theta is I into e raised to I theta into derivative of theta, that is d theta. Hence the integral I, that is integral over c z bar plus 2z dz becomes, as this is the entire circle, that is we are going to take an integral along the boundary of the circle, hence the theta will changes from 0 to 2 pi because we have to trace from this point and coming back to this point. So the total traveling is angular traveling is 0 to 2 pi. So integration from 0 to 2 pi z bar, that is e raised to minus I theta plus 2 times e raised to I theta into I e raised to I theta d theta. Now what? We take I common, I as outside of the integral sign. Integration from 0 to 2 pi, we multiply by e raised to I theta to both. So e raised to I theta into this, the addition of the powers, this is minus I theta, this is plus I theta, becomes a 0. So only I will survive, plus 2 times e raised to I 2 theta d theta. And this is I into bracket. For first term, the integral is theta, I into theta, plus 2 times. What is the integration of e raised to I 2 theta? It is e raised to I times 2 theta divided by 2i. And the limit is from 0 to 2 pi. So, and this is equal to what? Okay, actually, we are not going to take this I outside. Okay, we'll multiply it here. Okay, I. Now this is 2i, and in the denominator part also we have the 2i get cancelled with each other. Now I theta, so I times 2 pi plus e raised to I times 2 into 2 pi minus. For the lower limit, if I substitute the lower limit here, it is going to be a 0 and e raised to 0 is always 1. This is I times 2 pi plus e raised to I times 4 pi minus 1 is a value of the line integral. Now this is along the circle. So whenever you come across with such problems where the circle is involved or some arc of the circle is involved, you may go with the polar coordinates. Okay. Now another example I am going to discuss. In the previous lecture, I asked you a question. The previous problem which we discussed is there are two different curves and we evaluated the line integral of a particular function along both the curves and we observed the integral value is not same. So ultimately I ask you, is it possible that you trace any path for a given function, your integral value remains same? Is this happen? Yes, it happens. Then when? Let's take one example and then we discuss when it will happen. Evaluate integration from 0 to 1 plus I z square dz along this line y equals to x, and number 2, along the parabola x is equal to y square. Okay. Now first I am going to simplify this. Integral I is equal to integration from 0 to 1 plus I z square dz. Z square is what? Integration from 0 to 1 plus I, it is x plus iy bracket square. After simplification, what I am getting? X minus y plus I times 2xy. This is z square into dz, that is dx plus I dy. Now we can go for a multiplication. Okay. Now in this problem, I'm not going to take this multiplication. I will show during the substitution how this particular one becomes a simple. Okay. Fine. Now what we are going to do? We are going to make a substitution for first line, that is first along the line y equals to x. So we are going to make a substitution, put y is equal to x. Therefore we are going to substitute dy is equal to dx. As we are going to substitute y equal to x and dy is equal to dx, what will happen? This entire will comes in terms of x only. Now you can see what is it. See the diagram first. We are taking an integration from 0 to 1 comma 1, that is 1 plus I. 0 means 0 comma 0. So this is first along the straight line, is it? So what is the change in x coordinate? X will changes from 0 to 1. So hence integral I becomes integration x is equal to 0 to 1. Wherever you have y, you make a substitution of x. So this is x minus x plus I times 2x into x dx as it is plus I into dx. So this x minus x get cancelled. 2x into x becomes x square, and from here we can have dx common. So if we take dx common from this, we get 1 plus I into dx. Okay. So this is integration from 0 to 1 I times 2x square into bracket 1 plus I into dx. So one can have this term as in common. Sorry, I did a mistake here. This is z square, no? So this is x square minus y square. Yeah, we are making a substitution, so we get an x square here, no doubt. X square minus y square, now it's correct. Of course, it's correct. Yeah. Now this is what we are getting. Actually, I forget to mention the squares as z square is there. Okay, no doubt. Rest calculations is correct. So what I'm getting now outside of the integral sign, I'm getting I times 2 into 1 plus I. Inside of the integration, what remains? X square dx. So what is the integration of x square? It is 2I into 1 plus I. Integration of x square is x cube upon 3, limits from 0 to 1. So for the limits 0 to 1, only the upper limit we get 1 by 3, and for the lower limit we get a 0. So from this we are getting 1 by 3. So this is equals to 2I into 1 plus I, upper limit it is 1 by 3 minus 0. So this is 2 by 3I into 1 plus I, which gives me I into I square, that is minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3I into 1. What do we get? Along the line y equals to x. Okay. Now we are going to deal with the same integration from 0 to 1 plus I, x square minus y square plus I times 2xy, then dx plus I dy. Now along the parabola x is equal to y square. Now see the diagram. X is equal to y square is a parabola which is looks like this. Now we are taking it from 0 to 1 plus I, that means it is from 0 comma 0 to the point 1 comma 1. Now make a substitution, put x is equal to y square, Therefore, dx is equal to 2y dy. Now, when we make a substitution, x is equal to y square and dx is equal to 2y dy, this entire integral will comes in terms of a y only. And here what I am getting, y changes from 0 to 1. Hence, my integral I becomes integration from 0 to 1. X square is replaced by y square. So, this is y square square minus y square plus I times 2y square into y into bracket dx. Dx is replaced by 2y dy plus I dy. And this is integration from 0 to 1 y raised to 4 minus y square plus I times 2y cube into bracket 2y plus I, and commonly we are taking dy outside. Now I am going to get an integration from here. Okay. So before we proceed further, we need to simplify this product. Okay, I'll write the term again. Y raised to 4 minus y square plus I times 2y cube into bracket 2y plus I into dy. So this bracket product we have to finish off. So y runs from 0 to 1. After the multiplication of the brackets, we get 2y raised to 5 minus 2y cube, y raised to 4 into 2y, y square into this, and then finally multiply with the imaginary. So I'll just write this product directly, plus 4 times I y raised to 4 plus I y raised to 4 minus I y square minus 2y cube into dy. So if we go on simplify this, then it is integration from 0 to 1 2y raised to 5 minus 2y cube, and minus 2y cube becomes so minus 4y cube, is it? So this is minus 4y cube. Now plus I times 5y raised to 4 minus y square into dy. This is the simplification. Now get an integration of this. So we get 2 as it is, y raised to 6 upon 6 minus 4y raised to 4 upon 4 plus I into bracket 5y raised to 5 upon 5 minus y cube upon 3. Limits from 0 to 1. Is it? Now this is 2 3s are 6, 4 4 get cancelled, 5 5 get cancelled. So when we go for the upper limit substitution, we get a 1 by 3 from the first term, minus from here we get a 1 plus I times, from here we get 1, and from here we get a 1 by 3. Now simplify your calculations. 1 by 3 minus 1 will be, it is minus 2 by 3, is it? Plus 1 minus 1 by 3 will be plus 2 by 3. Now see, I am going with a straight line in this particular part. My answer is minus 2 by 3 plus I times 2 by 3. Here I am going with the parabola. I am getting the same answer. Now why this happened? I traced two different curves and my integral value is same. Why it happens? It because your f of z is equal to z square be a analytic function over the plane C. So if your function is analytic in a particular domain and you are taking a line integration along any curve belongs to the domain, then your line integral is independent of the path. Independent of the path means line integral will remain same. So okay, this is all about your line integration chapter. In the next lecture we will meet with a different topic. Thank you.